Hi everyone, it's Valor from Online Combat Battalion with another Arma 3 editor tutorial for you. This one's in response to some questions from Ahmed who asks about doing some things with AI. So I'm going to get straight into it. The first thing he asks is how to have AI patrol around a position without having to set manual waypoints for them and have them continuously patrol. So that's pretty simple to achieve. The thing you need to do this is community-based add-ons, or CBA for short. If you're an Arma 3 player, you really should be using CBA because it is the system on which most other mods depend, and you won't be able to use a lot of them unless you have CBA. So if you've got CBA loaded, in the editor, I've placed down a AI patrol. I'll go to Systems, then to CBA modules and patrol. Now I'll place this down and I'll open up the module and patrol center type module position, which is the best way to do this. The patrol radius is 25 meters. Waypoint count is 4. So these guys will use 4 waypoints in a 25 meter radius. The waypoint type will be move. I'll set their behavior as safe. I'll set their combat mode as open fire if they get contacted, speed mode limited, and formation I'll put them in a file, and I'll click OK. Now all you've got to do to make this work, to have them patrol around this area, is to sync the group leader of the AI group by right clicking connect and sync to the patrol module, and I'll show you how that works. So here's the AI group, and they will now patrol in a 25 meter radius around where the module has been placed in the editor. Their speed mode is limited, they are safe, and if they see enemy troops, they will react and engage the enemy troops. There's a short pause at each waypoint, and there's 4 waypoints set, and that's pretty much how you do that. If you want them to patrol in a larger area, you can simply put the patrol radius as, let's say, 100 meters, and instead of patrolling in a 25 meter radius, they will now patrol in a 100 meter radius around this module. Now, as I said, they will patrol now in a 100 meter radius, so I'll just speed this up a little, and you'll see they'll go much further. They'll do a 100 meter patrol around where the module is placed, and they will do that continuously without having to place manual waypoints. Ahmed has also asked about having AI move into buildings. Now, there's a lot of different ways that people have tried to do this. Some of them work, some of them don't, but the most reliable way and the way that works the best is a mod called Danger FSM, and I will put the link in the description below. What that does is it gives you additional waypoints you can use in the editor. And what I've done is I've placed this AI unit here, and I've given them a waypoint to here. Now, waypoints you can either left shift and right click, or you can go up to the waypoints section here, and you'll see because we have Danger FSM loaded, we have additional waypoints here that we can use. So what I've done is I gave them a move waypoint, and then I've changed it to task garrison. So what these guys will do is they will move forward to this waypoint, and within a 50 meter radius, they will now garrison these buildings. So they'll move into the surrounding buildings, and I'll show you how that works. So in the editor, in Zeus, you'll now see that this AI squad is moving off, and they will now start to enter buildings. Okay, they'll go to different ones all around the place within a 50 meter radius. And they will remain in those buildings until something else happens. So there's these guys are. There's 3 of them in here. There's another couple in a building over there. There's a couple in a building over there. So that's how you get the AI to get into buildings. That is the easiest and most reliable way to do it. So while we're on the subject of using Lamb's Danger FSM, there's another thing you can do with this that is probably going to add something really cool to your missions when you're using a lot of AI. Okay, so there's another thing called task CQB, and I'll show you how that works, because what it does is we've got this OP4 unit moving in to garrison these buildings, and I'm just going to move them up a little bit so the moving into the buildings is a little bit faster. What I've got here is I've got an AI Blue 4 squad, and I'm going to place them over in this direction here. And what I'm going to do is have these guys move to this area and clear the buildings. So conduct close quarter battle against this OP4 unit. And I'll just grab these two guys because they have been stuck under the bridge. There we go. And that guy is stuck in the bridge. There we go. Okay, so they're going to move down into those buildings, and I'm going to have this Blue 4 unit move to that location. So what I'm going to have firstly is I'm going to set up a couple of move waypoints. Oh, wrong unit. I want the Blue 4 unit. So from there, I'm going to have these guys move to here. Then I'm going to have them move to this location. Now with this waypoint, instead of it being a move, I'm going to double left click, going to go up to the Advanced AI waypoints and set the task as CQB. So these guys will now move to these two move waypoints. They will then move to this area, and within a 50-meter radius, they will actually enter into and clear buildings. So they'll engage in close quarter battle with this unit here, and I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to have a look at all of this in Zeus so you can see what's going on. So we've got our OP4 team now moving into buildings in the area. Okay, so we've got a couple in there, couple in there. We've got one move in there. So, and another one in there. So they've all moved into the buildings. We now have our Blue 4 unit following those waypoints, and I've set them as limited speed. So I didn't want these guys to rush into the same area together. So I've just increased the speed of the mission to show you what's happening and get these guys to their waypoint. Now, as you can see, this Blue 4 team is now moving into and clearing the buildings. So the Blue 4 team is here. They've cleared this first building, and now they're starting to move, and they're going to clear this next building. And they've found contacts. And they will continue to sweep through these buildings and clear out any enemy that are in the buildings. These guys will even go upstairs to the second floor of buildings to clear them out. In theory. So yeah, he didn't go all the way up. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So now they're going to move to the next building along, or the next doorway, and they're going to move in there and clear buildings. See, they've gone upstairs, or they've gone to move upstairs, and you've got someone there to take them out. This guy's already looking up. And there you go. That's a really cool feature of the Lamb's Danger FSM mod, which I will link in the description below. The next question that Ahmed has asked is how to have AI attack a building. So you could either use the Lamb's Danger FSM garrison, or you can go to Systems, back down to CBA modules and the attack module. Now I'll place that down and we'll have a quick look in there. There's not really much you can edit in here. There's no need to. and I'm going to sync the group leader of an AI group, right click, connect sync to the module. Then I'm going to move the module down onto this building. So these guys will now move down into this area and start to check out and attack the building. They won't fire on it unless there's enemy AI in there. So I'm not sure if that's what you meant you wanted to have happen. But that's probably going to be covered in a script that I'll address in another video. But I'll show you how this one works. So when you use the attack module, they won't just race into it. They'll actually use cover. They'll take their time. They will stop, pause, and look. They'll use cover. They will go prone as if they were an infantry squad assaulting a building. I'll just speed up time a little bit. And as you can see, they're now going to the building, having a bit of a look at it. And they're going inside the building now to basically assault whatever is inside. Another method you could use is, again, with the Lamb's Danger FSM mod installed. I've given these guys a move waypoint here, and then I've given them another waypoint here. And this waypoint, I'm going to double left click, and I'm going to change this to assault, task assault. So what they'll do is they will assault this building, and I don't think they're going to open fire, but they will definitely get into the building as if they were going in to clear it, and I'll show you how that works. So what they're doing is they're now moving down to that waypoint, and they're going to start assaulting the building. You could use this waypoint on any area. It doesn't have to be a building, and they will perform an assault on that building. And in this one, what they'll do is they'll all move into the building quite quickly rather than hanging around and watching the outside. They'll all pretty much get straight in there and start assaulting the position. There's also another waypoint you can set in Lambs called Task Creep. And rather than rushing in or assaulting, these guys will slowly creep up on a position, as if they were special forces and maybe at night, or they wanted to remain undetected. So they'll try to creep up on the position rather than rushing in and assaulting it. It'll still be the same. They'll still enter the building, but they will do it in a different combat behavior. So Ahmed, I hope that's answered the questions you've asked. If you do have any further questions, hit up the comments section below. Our Discord link is also in the description. Come and ask questions there if you like. A short disclaimer though, that any questions that are asked that are covered in the video that viewers miss because they've skipped through parts of the video, I'm probably not going to respond to. As always, guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.